You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Sarah Stewart and we begin with an early visit from Old Man Winter. Tonight, the record-breaking cold blast is making its way through our state. Aaron Brackett's here with us tonight. And Aaron, just how low are we going to go?
We're going pretty low, Sarah, that's for sure. Temperatures heading down into freeze territory. The first freeze of the season here. Look at the freeze warnings now all the way out into the Northwest Metro. Kingfisher County, Canadian County added now. That's through early Monday morning. All right, temperatures going into the 20s in some parts of the state. Look at the snow that is falling in the Panhandle. This is up in Guyman. You can see even a dusting right there on the ground, which is impressive. Guyman was in the 70s yesterday, so the ground is relatively warm and it's sticking up there. That's definitely impressive cold after this blast has come through. You can see no precip other than just a little bit of drizzle here in central parts of the state, but here's where it's happening. The peach colors, your mix of rain and snow, the blues and whites, that's pure snow happening here in Texas and Cimarron and even Beaver counties right now. On the other side of this, you can see the front. It's pushing south of Shawnee, moving through Pauls Valley. Winds are turning sharply from the north here as it goes through. Ahead of that, still a couple showers and thunderstorms, really nothing severe to worry about. Look at the view right now. Not much of one here in Oklahoma City. Still that drizzle, the low clouds hanging there. And this is what it's going to feel like as we go overnight tonight. You start your day tomorrow at the bus stop, heading out for work. Wind chills in the 20s. Very cold air is on the way. How long this stays? When do we finally get closer to normal? And what about those records that may fall? Your full forward forecast coming up.
A lot of people want to know. Thank you, Aaron. Also tonight, caught on camera, thieves in the night hitting the same business not once, but twice. Tonight, the owners desperate to get back what was taken. News 4's Cassandra Sweetman joins us now live with this story.
Sarah, the crew here at Truck and Trailer is hoping someone will see this story and recognize the two men and the two trucks that made off with thousands of dollars of merchandise.
Stealing is one of the worst things you could possibly do.
Especially from a small family-owned business doing its best to serve the community.
You just want everybody to work for what they got.
Here at Truck and Trailer, everyone pulls their weight, even the mascot, Sarge.
I open the door, he gets in the back seat, I roll down his window, and he looks out the window.
The window of the little electric vehicle that used to make rounds on the property every day.
We call it the clown car.
But one morning, the crew showed up to discover the clown car was gone.
We had it plugged in the other night, and somebody decided that they needed it more than us.
The thieves caught on camera, helping themselves to someone else's property.
They just loaded it up, and they took two trucks, and they drove it off.
And that's not all.
We had a storage container broken into, the locks cut off, and air compressor stolen out of there.
More than $6,000 gone, just like that. The guys here believe it was the same people responsible.
More than likely. They're pretty comfortable here at night.
Now they're working to identify those who did it.
The Chevy in the video is a pretty identifiable vehicle. Just the way the trim package on the truck, someone's going to spot it.
Hoping the criminals will be brought to justice.
People need to be found and dealt with.
Now, the folks here say that earlier this year, police caught another thief who hit Truck and Trailer, and they're hoping to see the same justice again. Reporting live in the city's south side, Cassandra Sweetman, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, Cassandra, thank you. And right now we're following a breaking story out at Lake Texoma. Troopers are responding to reports of a body floating underneath the Willis Bridge. That's the bridge in between Willis, Oklahoma, and Sherwood Shores, Texas. At this hour, we're working with crews from our sister station, K10, who tell us that a vehicle has also been found. We'll keep you updated as this story develops. Back here in the metro, crews with Oklahoma Natural Gas are investigating after a car plowed into some of their commercial gas meters. Take a look at these pictures captured by our very own Aaron Brackett. This is near Northwest 164th and Western. The good news, the driver was not injured. ONG crews also say service in the area was not affected. Also tonight, a new plan to cut tobacco use by half in our state. The Tobacco Settlement Endowment Trust, or TSET, is unveiling a new plan. This one would raise the age to buy tobacco from 18 to 21. It would also make smoking in cars illegal if children are present. The legislature could discuss the plan when they convene in February. Also tonight, it was supposed to be the final nail in downtown's new streetcar rail, but it's been postponed thanks to Mother Nature. Tomorrow, crews were scheduled to finish the last bit of welding near Northwest 5th and Robinson, ushering the end of construction and street closures. Tonight, there's no word on when the new date will be. There's also still work that needs to be done on overhead wires, along with testing. But you won't have to wait too long. Streetcar service is officially expected to begin on December 14th. Some good news for Oklahoma's only cobblestone village. Tonight, there's an economic revival underway in Medicine Park. That's according to the Journal Record. The village is tucked into the Wichita Mountains and was founded in 1908, but the granite stone houses began falling into disrepair after World War II. And if you drove through the area even just a few years ago, you would have found roofs falling in and businesses abandoned. But good news tonight, a number of new businesses are popping up. According to the Journal Record, entrepreneurs are attracted to the fact that the town does not have a formal chamber of commerce. Here in the Metro, you're used to seeing him on the basketball court, rebounding balls and slapping them out of opponents' hands. Or maybe you're even used to seeing him online, making goofy videos with his pal Ennis Cantor. But tonight, you can add something new to Steven Adams' resume: author. The 6'6" Kiwi was supposed to appear at a Metro Barnes & Noble to sign books this afternoon. However, he sent out this tweet saying he wouldn't be able to make it, but that he would purchase 100 books for the first fans to arrive. Last week, Adams released an autobiography called My Life, My Fight, rising up from New Zealand to the OKC Thunder. There's no word on if he plans to reschedule. Well, still ahead, we all know morning meetings can be a little dull. They might even have you reaching for some extra coffee, but up next, some workers got the wake-up surprise of their lives. We'll tell you where this happened and why they have terrible luck when it comes to things like this. And speaking of luck, a driver walked away unscathed after this happened. Story you've got to see next.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 Sunday edition with Sarah Stewart, Aaron Brackett, and Dylan Buckingham. Oklahoma's News 4, looking out for you.
From the Sky Center tonight, President Trump plans to visit Florida and Georgia tomorrow to see the damage caused by Hurricane Michael. In New Mexico Beach, where Michael's winds reached 155 miles per hour, 95% of the town is unfit to live in. Other Panhandle communities are also struggling. In nearby Lynn Haven, residents lined up for water and supplies. Rescue teams also continue combing through piles of rubble looking for survivors. Also in Florida, it's something we all think about when driving on the highway. What if something falls from that truck and hits my car? Well, that fear became a reality on I-95. A chunk of plywood flew off a pickup truck and sliced that car windshield in half. Wow. The driver of that car thanking their lucky stars, though. They were not injured. They actually refused medical treatment on scene. Also tonight, imagine trying to pay attention to your morning meeting when a 5-foot-long snake comes crashing on your head. I can hardly watch this video. That's exactly what happened to bank workers in China. Not only was it a snake, it was a python. Local wildlife experts bagged the slithery invader, and business soon returned to normal. Amazingly, this same bank branch was visited by another snake just last year. I would quit my job and I would not bank there any longer. That's all for the Sky Center. We've got something falling from the sky here, Aaron. I'm hoping it is not snakes.
What is that place? Are they under a zoo?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
Okay, yeah, we do have the cold weather. It's here. It's front moving through Oklahoma. And yes, we're tracking snow. There's a live look outside right now. It's cold, it's windy. How long this lasts? Coming up.
Now, forewarned weather with Aaron Brackett.
All right, here we are. The cold front coming through the state right now, really taking temperatures down. Those northerly winds are just cutting through us outside. Along with that, the drizzle. Take a look at this. The before and the after of the cold front here as seen from our time lapse. This is looking up the Northwest Expressway. That's before, that's during, and after. Yeah, the drizzly, windy conditions out there. They're going to continue really into the night tonight. There's a look right now at Midtown, and there's St. Anthony's Hospital, and you can see pretty dreary outside. At least the visibilities are starting to come up slowly right now. 46 degrees, dew point is 42, so the temperature and the dew point very close to one another. That's why we have the low visibility. Look at the wind, gusting to 31 here in Oklahoma City right now. There are higher gusts out there. I'll show those to you. There's the front. It is south of the metro right now. 60s ahead of it, almost 70 in Idabel, almost 80 in Dallas-Fort Worth. but we're at the freezing point in Guyman where there is snow right now. We showed you a picture earlier in the broadcast of the snow, and to make matters worse, look at these wind chills. It feels like 3 away from freezing now in Oklahoma City. It actually wasn't that bad earlier today. With filtered sunshine and almost 60, it felt nice outside. Now those winds are here, and so are the wind chills. Look at the constant wind speeds, 26 in Enid, 30 in Clinton, 25 in Altus, and there are higher gusts right now. You see up in Blackwell, 40-mile-per-hour wind. Out to the west here in parts of Roger Mills County, 35-mile-per-hour gusts, for example, 35 in Hinton. And yeah, those will continue too as we go into the overnight hours. So the clouds have been locked in. Really no surprise right there. We have seen a tiny hint of clearing that's near that front. There are some thunderstorms down in south central parts of the state. You can see them here from Ada to Mill Creek to Ardmore. Really no severe weather. And that front is catching up to it. You can see right here that faint green line. That's actually our cold front. And after that overtakes these areas of thunderstorms, well, severe weather risk goes to zero. There are some other showers here that are forming. These are very cold rain showers from Kingfisher to Calumet and Hinton. Those will continue here sporadically throughout the evening as well. Here's future track. I want you to take note here off to the northwest. The blue and white, that's your snow. The peachy color is kind of a mix of rain and snow. And you can see as we go into the overnight hours, drizzly conditions, central Oklahoma, a little bit of additional snow to the northwest, but then we clear out. That's important to our forecast with a north wind post-frontal situation here, clear skies. That's really going to take our temperatures down even further. Tomorrow it looks like the rain stays south, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions. Central Oklahoma, another wave of rain comes in here for Tuesday, but again, that looks to stay south. As far as freezing and frost conditions here, frost conditions likely in the north metro, northwest metro, down to Mangum, Altus, southwestern parts of our state. Hard freeze in the Panhandle. There's hard freeze warnings out there. And again, as we look toward early Tuesday morning, snowfall. Just basically a dusting, but it could go as far south and southeast as about Ellis, Woodward, and Woods County up there. Again, really nothing that's going to accumulate, but certainly a sign of an early winter situation right here. 40 degrees at 10 o'clock tonight, 37 in Enid. Of course, the wind chills will be a lot cooler. Light rain and snow off to the northwest. Again, all this is going to be very light, but with those winds driving it, it's going to feel a lot worse. 34 tonight. Oklahoma City record is 38. That was set back in 2001. We're likely going to blow that thing out of the water. North winds at about 20 miles per hour here. And again, the clearing happens late, some partial clearing at least. 20s, 30s off to the northwest. The wind chill will be in the 20s for many Oklahomans. Drizzle pushing off to the south. Here's tomorrow. 52 is all we can muster. And the record for the coolest high temperature set all the way back in 1914. That's 54. So we might break that record as well. Wow, 59 on Tuesday, a few 60s popping up off to the west. Here's a 7-day forecast. When does this thing get better? That's what we all want to know. Record cool temperatures now. At least we muster the 60s Wednesday and Thursday. You see showers and thunderstorms there Thursday, Friday. That next system will actually bring temps down again for the following weekend. At least we're dry. And I had to take the 70s out for the next week. It's looking slightly cooler.
Why'd you do that?
I know, not the best thing. Upper 60s, still okay?
It's still going to feel a lot better than what we're getting tonight,
yeah.
right?
Then we step outside here.
Yeah.
I know you came in before the front. You're
I
going to go
did.
outside
I
after.
might get
It's going to
shocked.
be so different, yeah.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Up next, the Cowboys head into their off week after a discouraging loss yesterday. The Sooners get ready to play again after their off week. And there was good and bad from former college stars in our state in the NFL today. Brian will show us next on Oklahoma's News 4.
Now, sports with Brian Brinkley.
Baker Mayfield gave Cleveland a huge surge of optimism with his play in his first few appearances for the Browns, but the former Sooner quarterback is a rookie and is playing for a team that's got a long way to go to become a contender, and that long road hit some major bumps today at home against the LA Chargers. Mayfield's look on the sideline about says it all on how today went. Mayfield injured his ankle early in the game, but stayed in. Then he threw 2 second-half interceptions. This one picked off by Desmond King. He also threw a short touchdown pass. He was just 22 of 46, and he was sacked 5 times, and the Chargers won the game 38-14. Cincinnati hosted Pittsburgh, and former Sooner running back Joe Mixon gave the Bengals the lead late in the fourth quarter on this 4-yard touchdown run, and then he had a little trouble jumping into the stands. That is not the Lambeau Leap there. Steelers got the game-winning TD pass in the final seconds to win at 28-21. And the Washington Redskins hosting Carolina today. Alex Smith got hit, and the ball popped right into the hands of former Sooner offensive lineman Trent Williams, who got a few yards out of the deal. Adrian Peterson had 97 yards rushing in the game, and the Redskins beat the Panthers today 23-17. We will have Sunday night football here on KFOR. The Kansas City Chiefs visit the New England Patriots. Football night in America at 6 o'clock and kickoff set for 7:20 in Foxborough. In a game Oklahoma State badly needed to win, the Cowboys had their worst game of the season so far at Kansas State yesterday. With an open date next Saturday, OSU will have plenty to work on before resuming their schedule at home against Texas a week from Saturday. Dylan Buckingham reports from Manhattan.
Oklahoma State's lethargic performance against Kansas State in their 31-12 loss saw the Cowboys get outmatched in just about every facet of the game. Offense, defense, special teams, discipline, even penalties were an issue in this contest. For Oklahoma State, the Cowboys dropped to 4-3. It's the first time OSU's had that record since 2007. And OSU says it's the perfect time to have an open week as they can try to fix these mistakes.
Do I think that they're discouraged? Yes. Am I glad they're discouraged? Yes. Because if they weren't, then I would really be concerned, truthfully. And you see that. I mean, you can kind of see that in there. So, you put your big boy pants on and you find out where you got issues, you correct them, work at them, then move on to the next week.
Texas for homecoming in 2 weeks, so we definitely need to take full advantage of this off week, get our bodies right, but at the same time we have to figure out what's going on as a defense. We got to grow up in some places, and we just got to learn how to make plays.
We're going to always come back and do what we always do because we know we still have more games to play, and so we're going to come back and get back to work. There's time when you get frustrated, but I feel like you can't let things like that get to you, because that's not going to help anybody, not even yourself. So I feel like just staying positive is a thing that will help the team and you.
Perfect time for an open week for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting healthy, looking at the film, seeing what we can get better on.
Coming up after the game, why this loss to Kansas State could be absolutely catastrophic to OSU's bowl hopes. In Manhattan with the Cowboys, Dylan Buckingham, Oklahoma's News 4 Sports.
Oklahoma hit the halfway mark of their season last Saturday with a loss to Texas, and this was not your ordinary open week for the Sooners. The firing of Mike Stoops as defensive coordinator has OU approaching the second half of the season in a different way. Here's Nate Fakin.
Mike Stoops may have had to move on from here at OU. That doesn't change the fact that his roots are tied deeply to the school. He spent 12 different seasons with the Sooners during 2 different tenures right here at Norman. And the Sooners say there's still plenty of emotions tied to their former defensive coordinator.
We understand that, what Coach Riley made was a decision that he made, and, we understand that we trust his decision, and we know that he knows what's best for us. So, that's what we're trusting in right now. As far as Coach Mike, he mean a lot to me. He gave me a shot when nobody else gave me a shot. A lot of people try to say, well, that's recruiting. Well, you had a ton of offers. Yes, I had a ton of offers and stuff like that, but you don't start as a true freshman every day. Every freshman in the country doesn't come in and just start. So he believed in me a lot from the jump. So for that, I'm forever grateful and I'm forever thankful for it.
They're resilient. They'll bounce back. They'll play hard for Ruffin. They'll play hard for Mike. And I guess that'll be their, the way they play will be their chance to make it right by everybody, to make it, to send the message that they love Coach Mike and that they care about this team going forward.
Just a tough move. I've been there. I've been on both ends of that, and I understand it was tough. And everybody knows Mike's a great person, and the whole Stoops family, Bob, Mark, and Mike. I know all three. I know it was tough for him to do that because you're not only doing that, you have to do it with a friend.
Stoops' dismissal leaves the Sooners with an extra week of work before closing out the back half of their schedule. In Norman, Nate Fakin, News 4 Sports.
New college football polls out today. Alabama remaining number 1. LSU with that big win over Georgia in the number 5 spot. Sooners moved up 2 spots. Actually, it should be number 10 there for Oklahoma in the AP poll, and Texas at 7, West Virginia at 13 after their loss to Iowa State. Coaches top 25, 1 through 5 there. Alabama remaining number 1 with a big win over Missouri, and in the coaches poll, Sooners moving up 1 spot there to number 10 as well. Texas comes in at 8. When we get back, baseball's playoffs continue tonight in Beantown, and it's almost basketball season. The Cowboys gave their fans a chance to see them work out at a local high school today. It's next on Oklahoma's News 4. The Oklahoma City Thunder are just 2 days away from tipping off the regular season. OKC is at Golden State Tuesday night for a 9:30 tip-off on TNT. Oklahoma State's men's basketball team is still about a month away from opening their season, but the Cowboys have already started practicing, and today they held an open practice here in the city at John Marshall High School. Mike Boynton's team interacted with some young fans, and it gave the Cowboys a chance to have some fun while getting some work done as well.
we wanted to get to a place centrally located for people to come from different parts of the area. And I think we're able to accomplish exactly what we wanted today. Get out here, get up and down, kind of show the personality of our team, give fans a sneak peek without having to drive all the way up to Stillwater. So I'm really excited about what happened and look forward to these people continue to engage with our program.
The National League Championship Series has the day off, with the series set to resume tomorrow in Los Angeles, with the Dodgers and Brewers tied 1 game apiece. The American League Championship Series continues tonight with Game 2 between the Red Sox and Astros. Houston manager A.J. Hinch, the former Midwest City star, saw his team break a 2-2 tie in Game 1 last night in the 6th inning on an RBI single by Carlos Correa. Astros added 4 more runs in the 9th inning to win it 7-2. Game 2 set for 6 o'clock tonight at Fenway Park. And the OKC Energy ended their season last night with a scoreless tie at St. Louis. We're back with more after this.
Not sure I want to walk outside.
Yeah, it's really cold. I hope you guys brought your coat for now,
yes,
as opposed to when we came into work.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely cold out
handy.
there. 34 tonight, hard freeze possible and likely northwest, and then we slowly recover. More showers, more thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and another cold dip for the following weekend.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.